Morning, brothers and sisters. I wanted to talk about something that I only recently started doing over the past year in conjunction with my shadow work and also a desire just to change my life and live healthier. I've been referring to it as biohacking. I'm not entirely sure if that's the proper definition for it, but that's what I'm referring to it as. But it's essentially, I've been experimenting with my body by, being more physically active, doing yoga and stretching daily, and also just having a much more mindful diet. And also trying things like fasting and whatnot. And these are the benefits that I've noticed in my life from this biohacking. The first thing that I really noticed, especially as I incorporated more rest, I noticed that I'm much more of a morning person. So I just did away with unless I'm performing, most of the late nights, most of the drinking, excessive smoking. A lot of these things I kind of cut out. Not entirely, but for the most part, so that way I could just rest more. And I doubled my intake of water. The food that I pretty much cook at home is like quinoa salads with like a whole medley of stir-fried vegetables and beans and stuff like that. And it's delicious. It tastes great. But one thing that really hit me as soon as I started doing all these different things is that I noticed I had a lot more natural energy. Back when I was eating pretty much whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and also overworking myself, I was a lot more tired, especially in my 20s. I'm in my 30s now, and I feel like I have a lot more energy because of this. But I just had a surge of extra energy to where I'm able to do stuff like this now and not feel like it's a chore or not feel like I'm too tired to do that. Like that feeling of I'm too tired to do something is not as present. Obviously, there'll still be days where, I'm tired and, I don't feel like doing something, but those days are a lot less frequent, which is great. I also noticed that like my body itself, it feels a lot more flexible and stable. And I think that I meditate, and there was a few meditations that I did where I checked in with my body, and my body was trying to communicate with me in a way, or let me know that I was just eating too frequently. Not even that I was eating a lot, because even when I was eating whenever I wanted, I was still, exercising a certain amount of portion control where I wasn't like overeating. I still was eating a little bit too frequently, to the point where my body was trying to tell me, like, why don't you ever let us feel hungry? We don't even know when we're supposed to eat, aside from like when we're feeling depressed or sad or, bored. And I think that was like a big hurdle, that I still am working really hard to overcome, because food was kind of an addiction for me in a way. But just allowing my body to actually get hungry and then eat, that literally changed so much for me, because not only has my body now, like physically, I'm a lot more fit, but like the way that like my gut feels and the way that like everything, just like my stomach feels like I don't have like this Like I don't have any like problems with like bowel movements anymore. I don't have any problems with like gas anymore. I don't have any problems with like just like the whole digestion process. Which, you know, unfortunately, a lot of us do have problems like that, and I was definitely one of them. But like just being able to like have more energy and you know, just be in physical peak condition. I've never been this physically fit in my life where like I have pretty much a six-pack abs now, and that's something that I always wanted growing up, and I always wanted in my teen years, but like I never thought I could do it because, you know, I felt like I'd have to just go hardcore extreme in order to get it. And the few moments in my life where I tried doing that, I relapsed so hard. And that's another thing too, is that these changes were pretty gradual too. Like it wasn't like an overnight thing, like I'm just gonna cold turkey stop doing this or stop doing that. I think the cold turkey method could work for certain types of people, but for people that have like a food addiction or something like that, like when you're used to like living your life in a certain way, and you're used to treating yourself and your body a certain way, you almost have to like be patient with yourself and ease yourself into a new way of being. To just like force yourself to change is the reason why so many diets fail, is the reason why so many people stop going to the gym. You can't just make it like a hardcore thing. It's got to be a gradual thing. And the gradual, and the thing that you're gradually getting to is a permanent change. You're not like, I'm doing this until I lose the weight, or I'm doing this until I feel better. Because the goal with a healthy, like living a healthy lifestyle, is to not just do it until you feel better. It's to do it forever. Like this is a forever change for me. I'm not going back to eating whatever I want, whenever I want. But the cool thing is the compromise is because I experiment with fasting, and I experiment with, you know, just like eating healthier foods that, like, say for example, okay, my favorite my favorite food is pizza. I kind of gave it away. And it was a food that me and my mom had in common that we both really loved when she was alive. And so because of that connection, and because it's my favorite food, I want every time that I eat pizza to be a special thing, like an eventful thing. So I only have pizza once a month. And once a month, I get to have whatever pizza I want. I get to have either a couple slices or a small personal pie. And I enjoy it. And you know what's funny? Is that after I'm done eating that pizza, I don't feel sick. I don't feel like disgusting. My body, like, cause it's not a thing that I'm doing regularly. I don't need, there's not this slow recovery process. Cause that's another thing too with a lot of unhealthy foods that we enjoy eating, like Chipotle or whatever it is that it takes our body longer to process these things. And a lot of them too have less nutrients for our body than, you know, fresh vegetables and whole grains and all these other things like high protein stuff that your body actually craves, especially if like you want to be more physically active. You definitely need to work in more whole grains and proteins and stuff like that will give you more energy. So, but another example too was like I was fasting the other day. I think I had breakfast around like 6:30, and then I wasn't planning until 6 p.m. to eat anything. But around 3 p.m., my boss comes in with fresh cookies that she made for everyone, because this was like around Valentine's Day. And I just thought it was so sweet. I was like, well, okay, well, I definitely got to have a cookie. So I had a cookie, and that was fine. And that tasted great. So yeah, the whole point to this video is that if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, or you just want to like feel better in your body and just have more energy and whatever, experiment with biohacking. Experiment with your body. It's your body. Like, you know, we're putting these foods and these chemicals and all these different things in our body constantly without even thinking about what we're putting in our body. So why not experiment with like treating your body as if it's another person and it's not just yourself. Like treat you as if you're another person, and just see what that does for you. Obviously, I'm no health coach, so you know I can't really give you a step-by-step or anything. So this is more so just like my experience with what I've been doing with me. So take it with a grain of salt, give it a shot, and let me know how it works for you. Yeah, thank you.